Well, hello, fellow miscreants, dissidents, and perpetrators. Thanks for watching another ARFCOM ballistic test. I've been hearing on this newfangled internet about how some mad lads have chosen to use an AR15 for a home defense weapon. Can you believe that? You know what the AR stands for, right? That's right. In all seriousness, some people do argue as often as they find the opportunity that ARs and other sport utility rifles are too much for home defense.
3 darts is too much!
Because they penetrate too deeply. Let's put facts before feelings and find out if there's any merit to what they say. Today's test subject is Speer's 62 grain gold dot in 223. Why this particular load? Well, firstly, because it's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Second, because if you'll pardon the pun, this is pretty near the gold standard for self-defense ammo in an AR pattern rifle. It's a bonded, medium weight bullet comparable to the trophy bonded Bear Claw. Now, before I go under a deluge of pedants in the comments, I understand it is technically not bonded. It's plated, but the end result is the same. It has a copper jacket, which is electrochemically bonded to a lead core. And that means it will have outstanding weight retention and barrier performance, which makes it one of the top choices for law enforcement and armed citizens. But these things wouldn't be possible without the generous support of our sponsor, TNVC.com.
Hey, you! Do you want to see in the dark like a superhero? TNVC.com is your source for the finest night vision devices and accessories to make you the bump in the night.
That is gorgeous. Beautimous. So when we talk about what a bullet is supposed to do in this caliber, and we compare it to other bullets that are like, yeah, that's pretty good, but this is textbook. That's what it's supposed to do. That is dead on, nailing every single metric. You can just tell by glance. Before I even touch the tape measure, you know this is a 16-inch block. You know that it stopped just before that 16 inches. That makes it about as perfect as it gets. You can see there is instant expansion. If I was being really critical, I would call that maybe half an inch of neck, but I mean, that's still being pretty critical because it is just instantly expanding. And then huge temporary stretch cavity that persists for a good long time because we've got a nice wide bullet for caliber. Total penetration is going to be 15.1 inches. Actually, my mistake. Come around this side, Sean, look at this. So it actually continued out. It left the block and then bounced back down the track. You see that sometimes, so we'll get a measurement on that. It's the total penetration is probably just going to be wherever it bounced off the backer. But what's neat here is that the heat of the bullet melted some of this gelatin and then it leaked out. Do you see how it dribbled down here? That's pretty cool. So I guess we're going to call the total penetration the length of the block, which is going to be 15.8 inches. Again, just about perfect. Let's dig this sucker out of here. Thank you, California EDC, for giving me the tools. And for everybody who really enjoyed watching me finger the gel blocks, you can blame California EDC for not getting to see that anymore. That is textbook. We have really wide, really uniform expansion. These petals curled back against the shank, but you can see how they just barely go past the base. There's no fragmentation. There's no weight loss. When we get that on the scale, that's going to be 100% weight retention. That's just gorgeous.
Oakley dokley, so what did we learn? Short answer is we didn't learn much because this load performed exactly as expected, like a boss. By the way, the performance seen here at bad breath distance with a short barrel is consistent with what you should expect at about 65 yards with a 16-inch barrel based on velocity and ballistic coefficient according to the internets. But the penetration is right in that perfect sweet spot of 16 inches, which is consistent with what you expect for quality self-defense ammo in a handgun or a shotgun. So no, rifles do not penetrate too deeply for home defense, at least not with the right ammo. And this is most definitely the right ammo. There is nothing to be desired, which leaves me with little to say. The bullet expanded bigly and immediately, and it penetrated well. Because it is a bonded projectile, the performance through barriers will also be outstanding. There are lots of loads out there which do well, and any rifle load which expands or fragments while also penetrating more deeply than 12 inches is suitable for self-defense use, but this is the standard. When you compare other medium weight soft point loads, this is what you should measure them by. Or maybe I missed something. What do you think? Leave me a comment down there below. Let me know where I got it wrong. Do you like watching gun-related content on YouTube, or do you want stuff like this to fade off into the sunset as our robot overlords cleanse us of all wrongthink? If you do like watching banger content like this,
Slap me harder, Daddy.
please help support it by supporting our sponsors. Without them, we couldn't make these videos. And if you're wondering why you don't see more of this channel or other wrongthink, maybe it's because YouTube unsubscribed you.
Buy another one, you rich Yo, couch! Yo, couch! Darkness is...
Our viewers have been telling us they keep getting unsubscribed even though they have never touched that button. So, while you have the time, go down there below and double check and ring that notification bell just to make sure you never miss a word of our gun rights propaganda. I love you.